Hello and welcome to Universe Mode. This is Monday Night Raw from Orlando, Florida. We are 6 days away from Bad Blood. A very interesting looking pay-per-view to say the least. But we're kicking things off tonight with a phenomenal one. AJ Styles in one-on-one action. Alright, Styles as he makes his way towards the ring for this one-on-one conference. Yep, there you go, it's now a conference. With Dean Ambrose. Both men have been somewhat lacking in the last few weeks. I mean, Ambrose was completely demolished by Triple H a few weeks ago, and Styles has just been that close to getting a win, and he just can't get it. And as I've talked about, it is really frustrating Styles that he's unable to get those wins when he needs them. Nevertheless, I'm your host for this evening, the living legend, Larry Crisco, joined as always by John Dave Shaw Layfield, JDL.
Here we come from Orlando, Florida here tonight on Monday Night Raw.
Man, 6 days away, and Raw's side of the match card is looking stacked, to be honest. I mean, you take a look at what they've got on store for us, and I've got to admit, it is looking pretty damn good. Yeah, you gonna say anything?
Well, I don't know what they have in store for us. So.
Yeah, you do.
Or are you talking? I thought you were talking about tonight. I didn't know you were talking about the pay-per-view.
No, I talk about the pay-per-view.
Oh well, yeah, they are stacked at the pay-per-view. A lot of great matches.
What's coming to my mind right now? Coming to my mind is some matches.
Like that world title fatal four-way.
That is going to be big. And then, of course, we have also, on top of that, the tag team title affair. Killer Elite Squad against the Club. The Bullet Club, I should say. Which
will just be crazy.
That is going to be mad, to say the least, between those two teams. And that is actually looking pretty damn good. And also some big news to announce. I was supposed to announce it on Velocity, but we got drunk. So we needed heavy alcohol to get through that show. Next Monday night on Raw, the main event will be the following. In the main event, Christian will defend the United States Championship against Sting.
Oh my god.
We were going to book it on the pay-per-view, but that's not happening apparently. So you got that going for it. But nevertheless, let's talk through tonight's match card. After this contest, we do have, if memory serves me correct, we saw Brian Pillman against Carl Anderson last week. Tonight we're going to get Luke Gallows against Chris Benoit, which is going to be hard-hitting.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be a hard-hitting match right there.
Next up, a day removed from his victory on Velocity, Adam Cole will go one-on-one with the man who will take on Christian next week. That man, Sting.
I don't know about Adam Cole's chances there.
Yeah, me either. But for our main event, what I talked about when Raw, I believe, went off the air or just after Triple H's attack, the main event, a tag team encounter, Jay Lethal and Triple H team up to take on Tyson Kidd and a partner of his choosing. That man, of course, not allowed to be Bret the Hitman Hart.
That's definitely going to be an interesting one to see who he manages to get as a partner.
And I can reveal right now, he has found a partner, so it will not be a handicap match. And don't worry, because Finn Balor's in the arena tonight. He's been spotted, but I don't believe he is in any mood to go after anyone tonight. So we might have a calm Raw tonight.
Well, that'd be a first for the person in a while there. Yeah.
Yeah, but I never want to be sure because, well, you never know with Finn Balor.
That is true. First, to be fair, you also never know with Sting.
Yeah, that's a fair point as well. But yeah, I mean, last week was hectic as well. We had that incredible matchup between Kidd and Lethal, which, wow, could have gone either way. But then Triple H at the end just not wanting to be forgotten. Which I think was a really strong point he made. I mean, it was a bit of a dirty attack, but I do agree with the attack he made, you know?
Yeah.
The focus is on these two guys. I want to get involved in this.
Exactly. Well, he got us talking about him afterwards, too.
Exactly. But right now, Styles and Ambrose, both these guys, of course, as I said, falling short as Styles hits the Pele kick. What do you think a win would mean to either of these guys right now?
I mean, it'd be pretty big. Granted, they're both struggling, so a win over somebody who else is struggling isn't the biggest, but still, it's pretty big to get back in the win column and get things going back around for you. yourself back in the
Exactly.
title
AJ
picture.
Styles right now. Oh, Styles clash to Ambrose. Trying to wrap this one up quick. 1, 2, and no. Ambrose kicks out at 2.
My God.
Styles going to go leaping for a 4. Oh, dear.
Missed it.
Completely scuffed that one. And now Ambrose can try and take control. Oh, dear.
I mean, you know, sometimes that's all it takes. Is just, you know, one error or one mistake, whatever, and suddenly the whole match can turn around.
I'm trying to think of a championship matchup where that happened right now. But, oh, well, I mean, SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Tyson Kidd went for his suplex cradle neck breaker thing. Got counted. Bloody Sunday. Coup de grace. New world champion.
Yep.
So, all it takes is one simple mistake as Styles now. Oh, springboard 450 by Styles.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
What a beautiful maneuver right there.
That was a gorgeous move there by Styles. He misses the chop there.
Just cutting through the air. Sling blade though.
I'm trying to think about the bad blood card right now, and I'm pretty sure we only have 6 matches scheduled for it. Ah, there's another Pele kick.
Oh,
And usually
God.
we have 7, so you know that's going swell. Styles, oh, thought maybe go for the pin there. He's looking to try and wrap this one up properly. Another kick to the gut, hooks him up again. AJ Styles, Styles clash.
That's got to be it.
1, 2, 3. AJ Styles is your winner. Let's ignore the fact that Dean Ambrose is getting up to his feet and focus on the fact that AJ Styles.
Because Ambrose is crazy, that's why.
Boom!
He's a lunatic. He gets up and stuff like that.
Good job.
That much needed win right there.
Exactly. I mean, I want Styles to go forward some way. Maybe the Intercontinental Championship. You know, the Intercontinental Championship.
Intercontinental Championship. That's the
The
other
United
show.
States Championship might be a little bit of a problem for AJ Styles thinking about it, because next week we may have a new United States champion.
Who's just in AJ Styles getting transferred to SmackDown apparently.
Do it.
I don't know. I mean, he could go back for the Cruiserweight title though.
Yeah, that is a fair point, but I mean, is AJ Styles above the Cruiserweight Championship? I say that, but then again, Austin Aries is the Cruiserweight Champion, so...
And the guy he took it from was Daniel Bryan. So I mean, the Cruiserweight Championship has a lot of prestige to it nowadays.
Exactly, and I mean, you want to talk about, well, maybe not so much in the way of prestige, but a division that is becoming, in a way, one of the biggest in this universe as a whole. The World Tag Team Championship division was heavily shook up about 3 weeks ago when this man, Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, debuted, and in their first match, knocked off the World Tag Team Champions, the Killer Elite Squad.
Well, and then not only that, but then Anderson went and beat Pillman last week.
Exactly. 6 days from now, we could be saying the Bullet Club are new World Tag Team Champions. It's entirely possible. You go off last week, you know, and I mean, Anderson pretty much demolished Pillman during their matchup.
Yeah.
So it begs the question, what does Chris Benoit have to do tonight to try and beat Gallows?
I don't know. I mean, Gallows is still too new to be able to really determine exactly what you have to do to beat him. You just have to kind of give it your all and just kind of test the water and see what happens, I guess.
Fair point, but I mean, if memory serves me correct, when they did debut, Gallows did pin Benoit, I think?
I believe so, yeah.
So this is a revenge match in a way for Benoit. Well, I mean, if he doesn't get this win, it's 3-0 to the Bullet Club heading into Bad Blood, and it really spells the question. Can they walk out still with those titles?
That's the biggest question of all, is, you know, trying to figure out if they can actually overcome that momentum that the club has gotten over and actually pull out the win and still retain those tag titles.
We'll see. I mean, we've got one tag match and one singles match to go off of, so maybe it's too early to start saying the Bullet Club are the big favorites because, well, the Killer Elite Squad in their time on Raw they dominated the tag team division, to be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, in a way you can say they are big favorites though, just because of that size advantage. Look at the height difference there between Benoit and Gallows.
I didn't realize he trumped him as much as he did.
Yeah, he's like a good foot above him, really.
That is scary big. And Luke Gallows already, abdominal stretch on Benoit, trying to weigh down his back. We saw from Gallows that double-handed choke slam in their debut.
Yeah.
I look for that again tonight. Oh, there's a quick counter. Attacking in the arm. Good move there in a way.
Oh, yeah.
We know Benoit's move very technical, submission-based.
Well, and it's pretty hard to block that crossface in if your arm is weak, too.
Exactly. And it's also pretty hard to lock it in on a guy who's about a foot taller than you as well.
Well, yeah. I don't know. You know, we have seen Benoit lock it on some big guys before, though.
That's a fair point. Let's not talk about the move Gallows just hit, because I've never seen that move in my life. Nice sidewalk slam, though, and you can see him just looking at Benoit. He's almost in disgust. Benoit's not really delivered anything big yet to Gallows, and I think Gallows might be a bit disappointed at that. Oh my God!
Well, yeah, I mean, Gallows and Anderson came to Raw over thinking that they were going to have some challenge from these guys, and so far they've just been dominating them.
Here we go now. Gallows, Jesus, just flinging Benoit there with that. Slammer now off the ropes. Big splash.
That's kind of the scary thing you got to think about too. Is the Killer Elite Squad has been dominating the Raw Tag Team division this whole time, but can you imagine if the club just completely dominates them and wins the titles? Who the heck is going to stop the club?
That is a question that right now I don't think can be answered. Benoit looking for something. Gallows counters it.
I mean, look at this. This is just complete domination.
He is down. Benoit is down and in deep trouble here. Oh, Gallows went for a punch, but Benoit, he has to try and do something here. That is not what I would have thought of.
Well, I mean, this is that experience coming into play, though. You know, he's been in here for a while, so he's trying to get Gallows worn down and everything.
Didn't work.
No, but he still has the advantage here. Though.
Lovely clothesline.
Getting a couple shots in.
Clothesline there by Benoit. Dropkick to that's a good move there. Take away the base of Gallows. Oh, never mind. He might be in trouble. Double-handed chokeslam incoming. Benoit in. Oh, my God.
Look at that.
Benoit with an experienced counter to get out of it.
I mean, that's definitely 100% experience right there.
This is maybe not experience, but just taking any matters, going to any lengths to try and get a win here. Benoit might be looking to fly.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the thing about Benoit. He
flight.
He has that experience.
Oh, God!
Oh.
Gallows. He didn't even punch him. He slapped him.
Gallows says, forget your experience.
Wow, the Bullet Club. Not here to make friends, that's for sure. The way they are dismantling one half of the World Tag Team Champions right now, Luke Gallows. Oh, he collides with him. Great fucking job.
Yeah, look at that, though. Benoit was surprised with a suplex.
I think he's just fighting through the pain, I would argue. I would say. They're trying to do a lot, though, to beat Gallows, because Gallows has just been dominating him here.
Well, he did have him down for a few seconds, but then he decided to try to pick him up, which turned out to be a bad thing.
Yeah, that's great. Now he's in the corner, just getting slammed down on his back.
Good Lord.
Lifted up here by Gallows. Counter by Benoit. Can he try something here? Kick to the gut. Fisherman suplex. That was quick.
I mean, he's trying anything he can at this point. He's got Gallows down enough for cover.
Begs the question, why didn't he bridge after it? But
oh, that was close though, right there.
It was. Benoit actually thought it was a 3. You can tell by the way Benoit not really one you'd expect to argue with the referee.
Yeah, I mean maybe that experience does have to play a role in this.
He's missing a lot. Oh no, in trouble. Double-handed choke slam.
Experience did play a role in it, but now it's pretty much over.
Yeah, sometimes brute power just beats experience. 1, 2, 3. Luke Gallows wins.
3-0.
3-0 to the Bullet Club heading into this Sunday.
I mean, you got to think that they don't have a chance.
I find it really difficult to see how it is. I mean, like I said, I don't want to count them out, but...
Well, I mean, they beat them in tag team action, and now they've individually beat them 2 separate matches. I mean, it's really hard to see how the Killer Elite Squad has any sort of experience heading into this now. Like how they have an advantage at all. I
don't know. There's just a part of me that's just saying, don't count them out. Just You never know with a Killer Elite squad. You never know with a loose cannon like Brian Pillman.
I mean,
what
that
he
is
may
true.
come up with on Sunday. Were you going to say something?
Well, so I was saying that is true. You never know what they could end up pulling up out of nowhere. And to be fair, they do officially have the champion's advantage as well. So, I mean, they still might end up pulling it out. I got to go with the Bullet Club on this Sunday, though. They're just looking too strong. They look like they're going to walk away with the tag titles.
Speaking of walking away with a title, Adam Cole's opponent, Sting, currently looking like he's probably going to walk out next week's Raw as United States Champion.
Yeah, I mean, Christian's had he gets to enjoy the fact that he had a run. But it's going to be pretty much put to rest next week.
Yeah, that's a shame. Oh well, Adam Cole could upset us all right now. You never know.
Yeah, that is true.
Adam Cole could walk into this, just upset us all, beat Sting and get a US Championship opportunity.
And then go and win the title.
That would be great for Cole, because we were talking about it. Even intoxicated, we talked about that Adam Cole should deserve that opportunity at a singles title. Only problem is his opponent is the man challenging for the United States Championship next week. Sting.
Hey, Stein.
What can we say about Sting that hasn't been said before?
I don't know. There really hasn't been much. There's not really much else you can say. I mean, we've covered it all. He's dominant in that ring. He's kind of that mysterious force. You never know what's going to happen exactly until he does it. I mean, it's kind of hard to really say anything else about the man.
I'm trying to think about all the matches Sting has lost. It was Bryan, Breeze, thanks to Finn Balor, and Kid.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. And again, at the time I said Sting tapping out to Kid was like a master plan to try and get him to Finn Balor. And there was no surprise there that it seemed if Sting was just kind of you could say a pawn in the making of Finn Balor as a two-time world champion.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at it this way. Last time Finn Balor was champion, we were asking the question, even though he was the underdog, who could stop him? Sting stopped him. Now they're working together. Is there really anyone who can stop Finn Balor as world champion? I
mean, this Sunday we might be able to find somebody who could stop him, though, because, I mean, they could, Balor could end up losing that title there.
You got Tyson Kidd right now, who's a man on a mission. He wants nothing more than to beat Finn Balor.
Yes.
And then you got Lethal and Triple H, who are, in my mind, the sly ones in that matchup. The ones who you don't know what they're gonna do.
Well, I mean, the way I look at it is that Triple H is the guy who has, done quite a bit around here, but hasn't gone to that level, really. Mm-hmm. And then Lethal's kind of the odd component in the whole thing. He's the one that has been doing a lot of smaller stuff, and he was Cruiserweight champion for a while, and he hasn't really been doing a whole lot of major stuff, and then all of a sudden, boom, just placed himself right in the world title picture just like that. So, I mean, it's one of those, it's hard to really figure out either one of them, but they're both going to come into it with that drive and hunger to want to become world champion.
I would argue that we've got a perfect fatal four-way. We've got Finn Balor, the world champion, who is hated by everybody. Tyson Kidd, the former world champion, who wants nothing more than to beat Finn Balor and take the title back. And then, probably two of the greatest people on the Raw roster to not win the world title.
Yeah.
You got Jay Lethal, the second longest reigning United States champion of all time. Maybe third, I'm not too sure if he got beaten by Tyler Breeze. And then you got Triple H, who will literally run in at the end of a matchup and attack anyone. If he sees an opportunity, he sees it, because he's the game, he's the analyst, he's the cerebral assassin. He picks apart his opportunities.
Well, and not only that, but I mean, he has that experience. He has that length of time where he's built up so much, intelligence in there and became the cerebral assassin over that he can just go in there and pick and choose his moment and end up walking out with the world title.
And if all else fails, sunset flip him.
Yep. I mean, after all, yeah, he broke that out of nowhere too.
Stinger splash. Oh God. Well, I mean, didn't really want to talk about over this matchup, but the outcome was kind of obvious from the moment the bell rung. Scorpion Death Drop. Christian has to meet this next week on Raw. 1, 2, 3, and I would say next week your new United States Champion, Sting.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that.
I believe we have a new United States Champion on our hands. In the way of what you were saying about the Killer Elite Squad, I don't see Sting being able to get a win. Sting? Yeah, that makes sense. Christian. He's lost to Jay Lethal. He's lost to Shinsuke Nakamura. He beat Bret Hart, but that's it, and he's not here tonight. He could be, actually. He could be Tyson Kidd's partner.
That is true.
That part I didn't think about. So, I mean, it just begs the question, and he's not going to be at Bad Blood either, so what is he going to be able to do after not being on not being on Raw, and just how is he going to be able to combat Sting?
Well, maybe he's off training and preparing for that match though too.
This could be the biggest match of Christian's career.
Yeah, I would have to say so.
Speaking of the biggest match of someone's career, this Sunday is probably the biggest match of Jay Lethal's.
Yeah.
For the life of me, I don't think this guy's ever had a world championship opportunity.
I don't believe so.
Wow, that is missing out there, but nevertheless, he's finally got one 6 days from now.
Well, it's just another sign of what I was saying earlier about how he's had to work himself up. He's had to work up from the bottom and never been given that opportunity. And now this Sunday will be his chance to really show everybody that he is talented enough to possibly even come away with the world title.
We'll see what's going to happen in that behalf, and we'll also see what Triple H and Jay Lethal will be like as a team together.
It'll be interesting to say the least.
I don't think anyone's gonna be looking out for one another tonight.
No. I mean, honestly,
maybe Tyson Kidd's tag team partner, but these two, no.
Well,
these two are not going to be looking out for one another.
Even then, I mean, with these two for sure, both of them are going to want the other one worn down for this Sunday, so they're not going to care what's happening to them.
Oh God, no. I think both of them just want to beat up Tyson Kidd. Triple H for the fun of it, and Jay Lethal because he beat him last week.
Well, but I mean, I think Lethal probably has a little bit of respect for Kidd and wouldn't care as much about that. But he'd still like to see him worn down for this Sunday, since a weaker Kidd would be an easier chance for him to win the world title.
Exactly. And I mean, Triple H, he just doesn't care who you are, really, does he?
No.
You will just, what's that? Your name Finn Balor? I'll just attack you, because why not?
I mean, it's, with Triple H, is just insert name here. He doesn't care who he goes after. He just goes after whoever, and especially if they're in the way of the world title.
No, it was like the night, the Raw before WrestleMania. You have Sting and Finn Balor fighting outside the ring, and then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, you know what? I've decided I'm just going to get myself intervened.
Yep.
I'm going to run out and attack Daniel Bryan. So, that was great.
We'll see what happens, See what happens this Sunday, though, when he's actually in there with 3 men over and having to try to use his intelligence to try to figure out how to come away with the victory there.
Exactly. Triple H, anyway, getting ready for this matchup, doing his traditional entrance as we await the arrival of the third man in this matchup, Tyson Kidd. I'm trying to think right now. It is running through my mind. Who would Kidd have as a tag team partner?
I mean, it all depends.
Does he have friends?
And other than Bret, I mean, not to my knowledge.
Does he have friends who will look out for him? Does he have someone who he can guarantee to have his back for him?
I mean, he might have a couple people who have respect for him, like I'm sure like Lethal has some respect for him and everything. But I don't know if they respect him or
all right,
or whatever.
Let's call it. Guesses right now. Who do you think?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna say Daniel Bryan.
That's a good possibility.
You wanna help a man out? You help out the man who just took the the title away from you. That is the ultimate act of paying back your respects, but we'll see who Kid did actually manage to pull off as a tag team partner.
He's looking kind of confident, so
I think he must have got someone good. Yeah, he did get someone good!
Well then!
Mr. Money in the Bank! That's a solid choice as a tag team partner. It's not Daniel Bryan, but it's someone who has taken nearly everyone, including Finn Balor, to their limit. Tyson Kidd's tag team partner, Shinsuke Nakamura.
That's an interesting choice too, because if you think about it, all three of these men in this match, if one of them can walk away with the win on Sunday, Nakamura could show up all of a sudden and take the title from him.
This could be Nakamura using it to his advantage, well, analyzing three men, and any one of them could be a future world champion.
Exactly. And he's studying it right now.
But as and another aspect as well, I think Shinsuke Nakamura is just being a good guy helping out Tyson Kidd.
I mean, there is that too.
Let's take it to the records for everyone. What have you got for us?
Alrighty,
the records man.
Well, on the other side, the first team that came out, we've got Lethal at a record of 32 and 34.
Good.
And we've got Triple H at a record of 40, 43 and 1.
Okay, not too bad.
And then we've got Tyson Kidd at a record of 23, 24 and 1.
Solid.
And Nakamura at a record of 13, 1 and 1.
I think Tyson Kidd got a very good tag team partner.
Yeah, I would say so.
13, 1 and 1.
Although one has to almost kind of argue too the fact that although Nakamura's had a good start so far around here, he still hasn't been around long enough to really build up a lot of experience and everything. Like, it could just be a lot of beginner's luck too.
Because what do you say? All those guys in this matchup have over 60 matches. Yeah? Triple H, I think, having the most. Having like 80.
Triple H definitely has the most. Tyson Kidd's only had 48 matches.
48, okay. So,
but I mean, it's
Shinsuke
still
Nakamura's had 15?
Yeah.
13, 1-on-1, yeah, 15. Yeah. So, but then again, you think about that one loss, and it's to perhaps the greatest talent there is on Raw, arguably, in Daniel Bryan. So it's a commendable loss as well.
Yes.
But can Shinsuke Nakamura execute a sunset flip?
Well, and
Triple H can.
And you almost have to wonder too, because it's not like Nakamura has a lot of experience in tag team matches.
I can't think of him being in a tag team matchup before.
Exactly.
Tyson Kidd has. I mean, the two men in the ring right now do.
Ironically enough, the two men who have a lot of experience in this match, however, are the ones starting this match off right now.
Two former World Tag Team Champions squaring off right now. That might be the whole Triple H thing. He knows, he could have tagged in Lethal and just be like, let him get worn down for a while, you know? But then again, maybe he wants to weigh down Kidd himself. Oh, Triple H wasn't thinking.
Yeah, I was gonna say Triple H is one of those guys that he doesn't. Yeah, sometimes he'll watch other people do work over, but he wants to be the one that gets known for doing the main work. So I mean, if somebody's gonna wear out Kidd, he wants to be the one to do it.
There you go. I mean, I can't argue there.
It's just, that I think he's underestimating Kidd's heart in this and his desire to actually want to win and prove a point.
There you have it. And I mean, the question is as well, another question to ask, how beat up is Kidd from last week?
I mean, he certainly doesn't look it so far.
But can he just be hiding it? He got taken to the limit by Lethal, and then attacked post-match by that man right there.
Well, and maybe that's some of the reason. Maybe that's part of the reason why he seems like he's hiding it right now too. Maybe he's has so much anger towards Triple H right now that he's just like, I don't even care about the pain right now. I'm just going to keep taking it to him.
It does seem as if he wants Nakamura in the ring right now, and Triple H up on the second rope here.
This is unusual territory.
450.
That's going to win the match.
Should have done a second rope sunset flip. Match would have been over.
That would have won the match. He should have done it.
Lethal back in the ring here so far. Good tags between these two men. Tyson Kidd not making a tag into Nakamura just yet. Although it does seem as if he does want Nakamura in, but he doesn't know how to execute a tag.
Well, I was gonna say, you know, we were gonna get
Nakamura's in.
I was gonna say we were gonna get a chance to see a bit of a rematch from that great match last week, but now it's Nakamura instead.
Nakamura, here we go. Discus forearm exploding out of the blocks. He's the Mr. Money in the Bank. What is Nakamura going to do here? Not a suplex.
You almost have to, you know, you almost have to wonder what he's been doing the last few weeks too, though. He hasn't really been around too much recently.
Oh, German suplex by Nakamura. Bridge after it. 1, 2, and maybe he's been studying tapes.
Maybe he's just been sitting back and waiting to see, you know.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously he wants to watch these four and figure out who's going to walk away with the world title just as much as anybody else, because he's got the chance to cash in on them just like that.
Another point, though, I think we've got to talk about. These two men have the same thing in common: a hatred for Finn Balor. Think about it in that aspect. Shinsuke Nakamura, as he hits the landslide there, and Triple H comes in and breaks it up just in the nick of time. Both these men, you know, well, Shinsuke Nakamura almost beat Finn Balor. And maybe there's a part of Nakamura that wants Finn Balor to walk out this Sunday still World Heavyweight Champion.
I mean, I don't know.
You got to ask that question, because I would imagine Shinsuke Nakamura, if he wants to cash in on anyone, I don't think he wants to cash in on Kid. Too much respect, I would say.
Yeah.
Lethal, he doesn't really want to cash in on as well. And Triple H, well, would it really be a redeeming cash in on Triple H?
Yeah, but you also got to think about it this way too. Nakamura is one of those guys that he likes to have a great fight with anybody. So if he's gonna do it over, he's gonna want to fight. He's gonna want to cash in on the best man. He's not gonna want to cash in on just. I mean, yeah, he'll want to get revenge on Balor, but at the same time, he won't care as much because he'll just want to have a great battle. You know, he'll want to prove that he can beat the best. Whether that's
maybe it would make sense to have Kid then.
Yeah.
But then again, if he was to have it on Kid, would you assume he would cash in ahead of time, if that makes sense?
Yeah, see, I think that's part of what throws up the difference, too, is I think with someone like Kid or maybe even Lethal, I don't know for sure, but, he would probably say, hey, I'm cashing this in now, and we're going to do this in a couple weeks or something like that. Whereas, if Triple H or Balor had it, he'd probably cash in almost immediately.
Can't argue against that. That is probably the ideology that the King of Strong Style has, and with Triple H back in the ring right now, Shinsuke Nakamura is still proving his own.
We got a battle of kings here, we didn't even say it.
Kings! Who's the better king? But wait, Triple H is the king of Shinsuke Nakamura.
This is true.
Oh, we're going to go over the top rope.
Wait, does that mean
yes, we are. Nakamura eliminated from the Royal Rumble.
Wait, does that mean that Triple H knows Strong Style? Since he's the king of Strong Style?
Triple H to execute a Boomaye.
This just in, Triple H actually was Shinsuke's mentor. He taught him all about Strong Style. Triple
H, well, I mean, Boomaye, Sunset Flip. They go hand in hand.
Meanwhile, Triple H is just taking this to the outside. He's like, I don't even care about trying to end this in the ring.
And that's where they kind of differ. Nakamura would like to get a match done in the ring.
Yeah, Triple H
doesn't like to take it to the outside.
Triple H just likes to cause damage, though. He's not. I mean, yeah, he wants to get the victory, but at the same time, he wants to cause damage more than anything else. I mean, look what happened. Look what happened between him and Michaels. Most of that stuff was just him beating the heck out of the guy.
I don't think those two were done anyway.
Oh no.
Even after what happened, it's still just a part of those two that want that. They just need a decisive winner.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. It's just proof that Triple H cares more about
spine buster
damage.
Counted.
Countering that, but yeah, he just cares more about damage than necessarily victories.
Strike in the back there, Nakamura in the turnbuckle. Oh, here we go. He's tap dancing. Boomaye incoming. No.
What a block by Triple H there.
We've seen it happen in the past, and that is, I think, where Triple H has that advantage. He is able, he's able to study his opponent like no one else, but the tag into Kid here, nice move between the two.
My God. I don't see that move too often in the tag team world.
Oh, here we go, Heartlock. Got a locked in here on Triple H. Trying to get a quick submission victory, maybe. Jay Lethal. Oh my god, what a tornado DDT in the background.
Did you see that anyway? Jay Lethal took his time to get in the ring. He's like, I suppose I can get in, but he wanted to see Triple H suffer some there.
I imagine he would. I mean, respect for Kid, and then, you know, last week. Oh, hang on. Sharpshooter. Nevertheless, Sharpshooter locked in here. Lethal and Nakamura still going at it on the outside. DDT on the outside by Lethal. Will he come in and save Triple H? He's taking his sweet time. And Triple H taps
look
out.
At that. He took his time to get in there. And now look at it. He's just getting back out of the ring. He's like, whatever. He didn't even care that his team lost there.
But on the other side, on the flip side of things, it pays off right there because Tyson Kidd and Shinsuke Nakamura, your winners.
Yeah.
Good performance by both men, and Nakamura really there to help out Kidd when he needed it.
You know, that gives Kidd a lot of momentum heading into this Sunday, but then that also, if you think about it, that also gives Nakamura a lot of momentum too for a possible cash in at any point.
We'll see what's going to happen in that regard. I am pumped for this Sunday. Well, it is actually a calm Raw. There was no Finn Balor after all, so how about that?
Look at that.
That's a maybe it's because the man on Kids left has made Finn Balor think maybe I don't want none of this.
Yeah, maybe not.
But we'll see what's going to happen this Sunday anyway when Kid, Lethal, Balor, and Triple H meet for the World Heavyweight Championship. But that is going to end this episode of Universe. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.